Hello, my name is Elliott Wald, and I am the hypnosis expert. I've been helping people just like you for over 23 years. I've helped over 100,000 people to change their life. And one of the most common things that I deal with to date is cocaine addiction. And I deal with a whole array of people who use cocaine. From those people who will use 2 or 3 grams on a Friday night, maybe rolling into a Saturday, that maybe began as a social thing, to somebody who would use 4 or 5 or 6 grams of cocaine every single day. And the thing that I've studied and learned over this is far more intricate than most therapists can ever understand, because this is something that I really specialize in. The way that they chop a line and how many lines they get out of a gram and how many grams they use in a day. And a lot of people don't understand a gram is not a gram is not a gram. You know, it depends whether you get a gram that's a 0.4 or a full gram. And a lot of people don't comprehend this, and therefore there's a flaw in their ability to help you. But I fully understand this. I fully understand the associations of perhaps the trigger is alcohol and you've had a couple of pints, and the moment you've had a couple of pints, you then call it on. And you call your dealer and you've got a couple of dropped off. I always say that, you know, I guarantee you that you call a pizza and you call a dealer, that you can get the Coke dropped off quicker than the pizza arrives. That's how easy it is to get drugs in the country we live in the society we live in now. So maybe it's alcohol that was a trigger for you, or maybe you are a dry sniffer, that you don't require alcohol to do Coke. And perhaps it started off as a social thing, as it does for most people, but then it begins to grow, and it begins to creep into areas of your life. And you become a bit of a secret Coke user. Maybe you don't hide it, or maybe you do hide it, right? Because I've seen all types of cocaine users. I've seen the person that doesn't tell their partner, and they come home and try and behave all perfectly fine, and then they'll go up to their bathroom and they'll cut up a line, and they'll do a line in the bathroom, and they'll come down and they'll watch something like EastEnders, and they'll just be there all normal. Oh my God, if they smoke, that's the worst, because of course they want to go out and smoke more frequently. Then they come back and maybe they're playing on their phone and trying to hide it from their partner. But you know, in time the partner finds out and the partner knows. And where was the pleasure anyway? Where was the enjoyment of using the Coke? Because they're at home trying to act perfectly normal, like they haven't done it. So you've got to act like you haven't done it, even though you've done it, so you're not really getting the enjoyment. You can see, I've seen a lot of clients like this, right? You can tell. Or you get the people who do it on their own. They go home and they rack up a few lines and they do a few grams every night, and then they go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're tossing and turning, they can't sleep. And if they've got a partner who doesn't really know, they're pretending, or if the partner does know, they're pretending that they haven't done as much as they have done, so their partner doesn't go, you know, crazy on them. Or I've had people who do it at work and then they stop before they get home. Or I've had people who they do it at night, and then because they didn't get any sleep or quality sleep, they get up in the morning and, you know, by the time they go to work, they're starting to do it again. And I get all types of people, you know, whether you're a plasterer, whether you're a bricklayer, whether you work in a film studios, whether you're a celebrity, whether you own your own business. There seems to be no fixed person. There's no fixed individual that does cocaine. It seems to stretch right across. I've had people who are DJs, and I've had people who are doormen. I've had people who are painters. I've had people who are architects. You know, I've seen so many of these people with cocaine addiction. And the one fundamental thing that I have noticed is that I have an amazing set of strategies to not only help the person stop cocaine, but to ensure they don't go back to using it. Because everybody can stop cocaine. Think about this for a minute. If you were a cocaine user and you use, let's say you use like 2 grams every day, right? You use 2 grams, and we're talking full grams, not 0.4s, not 0.3s, full grams. None of your special deals 3 for 100, right? But full grams of cocaine. Let's say you're one of those people. And you go on holiday for 2 weeks. You know what happens? Let's say you go to Florida with the family, to Disney, right? With the kids. You don't even think about doing it. It doesn't even cross your mind. But the moment you get back and the moment you land, and if it was on a Friday, You know the first call you're making as you get out the airport? Yeah, drop me 2 off, will you? That's what happens. So you can see, if you read between the lines of what I'm saying to you here today, you'll understand the in-depth knowledge and experience that I have in helping people just like you who have an addiction to cocaine.